Our scheduled guest this half hour was Josie Falbo, who's a revelation to me. I did not know of her. She just released a CD on Southport Records called Taylor Street as we await her, and I sure hope she can get here. If not today, we'll reschedule her. She's no kid. I mean, she's certainly younger than I am, but she's no kid, and she can sing. Here is an example from her CD called Taylor Street.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely nights are over, oh yeah, and life is like a song. Skies above are blue, and my heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I met you, I found a dream that I can speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill I'd never known. You smiled, then the spell was cast, and here we are 'cause you were mine. You were mine.
That is the astonishing voice of Josie Falbo, who got trapped by this half-marathon nonsense, but is in her car, and she is going to be on right after this commercial break, and I'm so pleased. I'm sorry she's trapped, but I'm so pleased she's going to be on. Well, you just heard her sing the amazing Josie Falbo off her CD, Taylor Street, and now you can hear her talk. Josie, good morning. I'm so sorry you got tied up in all this, whatever it is, half-marathon mess.
Oh, God, it was astonishing. Everywhere I turned, the streets were blocked, and now there's a river of runners you can't cross.
This city is unbelievable. Josie, I must ask you, with all due, where have you been all my life? I never heard of you. I get this CD sent to me by the great Sparrow of Southport Records.
Right.
And I was totally blown away. This cannot be your first CD, is it?
It certainly is, yes.
Wow.
Well, you know,
Where have you been singing before this?
Actually, I was singing jingles for most of my life, and was perfectly happy doing that. Wasn't concerned with anybody knowing my name.
Sure.
And that's what I did, and it was actually a jingle producer who kind of pushed me into doing my own solo CD, Dick Boyle, and with the help of Joni Pilato from Southport.
And the great Bradley Parker Sparrow.
And Sparrow, yes.
I'm stunned by the CD. I think it's an incredibly compelling piece of work.
Thank you.
And you have some amazing players on that, many of whom I know. Was it at all frightening or daunting for you to finally get in a studio and do this kind of work?
No, actually it wasn't. I was used to singing in the studio, and I was singing live to other events with bands and orchestras, so it wasn't that daunting. It was really a labor of love. It was fun.
Well, I mean, it goes too, and you have some remarkably cute pictures of yourself growing up on the little booklet that comes with the CD is quite wonderful. When did you first these? And in one of those pictures, you guys look like, sort of mean girl street gang almost. I mean, you're all really adorable, but you're like the tough girls of Taylor Street. Growing up in that neighborhood, I'm sure that music was a part of your life from the earliest moments, yes?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
It was a big part. There were many people who sang in the neighborhood. My family, everybody sang in my family, and the minute they discovered I had this gift, everybody encouraged it, from my family on up to the schools, the nuns at Our Lady of Pompeii and the St. Mary's High School. Everybody just pushed me along.
And did you? I mean, from the time, it's one thing, Josie Falbo, too, and you can go to Josie Falbo, JOSIEFALBO.net to get more information about her great first CD, Taylor Street. But it's one thing to be, a talented singer in high school. It's another thing to commit to making that your career. Was that a difficult choice, or did you just ease into it?
No, actually, it's what I wanted to do all my life.
Yeah.
I was kind of focused on that. There was no guarantee that it would happen, but it's something I like to do, I love to do, and I was lucky enough to be able to do it.
What's been the response to the CD so far?
It's been very, very positive, from various people who have reviewed it and from everyone who has heard it. It's all positive. It's all good. And I feel good about it, and I'm happy I did it.
How did you select the tunes?
Well, some of them were old favorites that I'd recorded for others, and some of the others were songs that I've always loved, and now I had a chance to record them and do them my own way. So that's how I selected them.
How do you think, Josie, is this CD likely to change the path of your career? And it's not just hearing from me that I think it's a great CD. Does it inspire you or empower you to do another one?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I am inspired to do another one. I don't know when. It took me forever to get this one done. But yes, I do. I do have an idea to do another one, yes.
What might be the theme of that one?
Well, I might incorporate some hymns into that one.
Neat.
And, yeah, because I do cantor at a church every Sunday, and there are some beautiful hymns I've always wanted to do, and probably do them a little differently. And so I have that in mind.
Well, I mean, given this first one, it must have been a joy for you to work with Sparrow and Joni. They are just, don't you find them, this is Bradley Parker, Sparrow, and Joni Pilato, who run Southport Records.
Oh,
they're the most nurturing. They get it on so many levels, and they are, I know, thrilled to produce your first CD. What was it like for you to work with them?
Well, I'd known Joni and Sparrow, too, through Joni. But Joni I worked with in the studio for many years, and we became good friends. And she's the first one I talked to or turned to when I decided to go ahead and do the CD.
And I'll bet she was really enthusiastic, too, wasn't she?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
She and Sparrow, they're both their dearest hearts ever. I just love them. And, yes, she kind of whipped it into shape. Bless her heart.
Well, bless your heart, too, for taking this leap. It's not an easy thing to do, and I don't care how many people said, hey, Josie, you should really make a CD. As you were saying, it's a long process. And
it is.
But you can be so pleased. You can get the CD. The CD is Josie Falbo, Josiefalbo. It's called, wonderfully, Taylor Street. You can see some really cute pictures of Joni as a little girl with some of her friends and her family members. You can also go to josiefalbo.net to get more information. I want to meet you face to face sometime, and I want to see you perform because it's a shame you got trapped in whatever craziness is going on out there. But I really am glad you called, and I'm proud and pleased to play your music, Josie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
I appreciate it very much.
Don't be silly. It came out of nowhere. That's one of the great things. It just came out of nowhere. I didn't know about you, and that sense of discovery was a real kick. It really, really was. It's a great piece of work, and you can be really proud. Your whole family can be proud because you do them justice too. Josie Falbo, JOSIEFALBO.net. The CD is Taylor Street, and I have my fingers crossed that there will be more. We'll be right back on the Sunday Papers.